When it rains, it pours, and boy, does it feel like it's pouring. Welcome back to another episode of the Cubby Perspective. My name is Andrew, and I have a podcast for the fans and by the damn fans, baby. You heard it. For the fans, by the fans. Rough game today. Rough game. Shota Imanaga did not pitch well. He did not pitch up to his capabilities. So we gotta sit on that. We gotta sulk on Shota not pitching well and the Cubs losing. We have to sit on Justin Steele being hurt. Another year of Justin Steele being hurt. When will Justin Steele ever be healthy? I don't know. We got to really maybe do an MRI on his entire body at this point because I feel like there's always something wrong with Justin Steele. Justin Steele needs to be healthy. The Cubs need him to be healthy. We need a full year of Justin Steele. Right? The Cubs need to make the playoffs this year, and Justin Steele being hurt is not going to help our chances. So I don't appreciate that, Justin Steele. With that being said, we need you. So rest up, get healthy, and we'll see you back on that mound, dicing and carving up people with that lethal cutter. All right? Two-pitch freaking wizard is what I like to call him. The two-pitch wizard. He throws a nasty cutter and a nasty freaking fastball. Boom. You can't beat it. I don't know how he operates under such circumstances. Two pitches as a starting pitcher, that seems kind of astronomical. You see a bunch of relievers throw two pitches because guess what? They had the velocity and they got the pinpoint accuracy to get away with that stuff, right? And they have the movement on the pitches. But Justin Steele, he's a starter. He doesn't throw hard. He only has two pitches. I don't know how he does it. It's actually quite impressive. I'm almost positive Justin Steele only throws two pitches. I just checked Google and it says that he does work in a changeup and a slider every now and then. But I don't think really that's the case. I think he's primarily known for only having two pitches. So, if you guys want to fact check me on that, by all means, go right ahead. But I also want to transition this conversation into Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw, everyone knows, I talk about Matt Shaw like he's soon to be the next Ron Santo at third base for the Cubs. Obviously, that's not plausible because Ron Santo is arguably one of the best Cubs to ever play on the diamond, larger than life personality. So you have a lot to do before you start getting compared to Ron Santo, Matt Shaw. But Matt Shaw is not hitting the ball well right now. He's 8 for 44. That's just not going to cut it. Matt Shaw is hitting 182. He's not driving the ball. He's not driving in runs. He's not hitting for power, even though he has one homer on the year, which came off a pinch hit. But he's just not hitting the ball right now. And I think a lot of his issues is coming from that unorthodox hitting stance, as well as that giant leg kick that he has. I think if he reduces that leg kick, you're going to see his timing get better. You're going to see him drive the ball more, hit for harder contact, or whatnot, because the Cubs are going to need Matt Shaw eventually. And I'm not pressing or sound the alarm button right now on the kid because it is really early on in the season. We're not even in May. A lot of times you see young players, find their footing later on in the season. That could very well be the case for Matt Shaw. He's all the talent in the world. But like I said, right now he's just not hitting the ball well, right? But what I will say he's doing, he is walking really, really well. To have a 182 batting average and a 333 on base percentage, that's pretty crazy to me, especially being such a young kid. That means Matt Shaw knows what he wants to hit, right? He knows what he's looking for at the plate, right? And if he doesn't see that, he's just going to go ahead and draw his walk. And that has all the telltale signs of becoming a really good batter. That means you have a solid approach at the plate and you know what you want to hit going into that plate appearance. But he's not hitting the balls he wants to hit. And that's why I say maybe that leg kick, maybe his timing is off. So look for Dustin Kelly, look for the Chicago Cubs in management to start working with Matt Shaw, maybe to figure out something. Because it's either this. It's either he starts adapting to major league pitching or the Cubs are going to drop him in the minor leagues, for more seasoning. Which I'm leaning more towards they're just going to, try and tweak his batting stance because I don't really think the Cubs have too much depth at that position. Like, you definitely, can't play Justin Turner at third base. Maybe a game here and there, but the dude is 40 years old. He is old, so there's no way he has the capabilities of playing third base anymore. So Gage Workman looks like he doesn't even know where he is half the time. I believe he has like 10 plate appearances and he struck out in like 8 of them. So he's definitely not looking like and like a pretty solid hitter. So we'll see what the Cubs end up doing with Matt Shaw. Like I said, I'm not going to press the alarm button yet on Matt Shaw, but I do want to see him start hitting well. So we'll see. Shota Imanaga, he did not pitch well today. There's a lot of hard hits on Shota very early on in the game. Corey Seager took him twice. Jonah Heim took him deep. So and Shota Imanaga is a suspect to giving up that long ball every now and then. Everyone knows that Shota Imanaga will give up that long ball, and that is part of his game. But what he does do is he does a good job of containing that when he's on. When Shota is on, you don't have to worry about that. And today he was just simply not on his game. He gave up 5 runs. That amounts to a 9 ERA, a 1.6 WHIP or something like that. So, like I said, a lot of deep counts, a lot of hard hits, and that just means a recipe for disaster. And like I previously talked about, I'm not going to hit the alarm button as well on Shota Imanaga because he's one of the most professional players I've ever seen in my entire life. Shota is going to continue to battle day in and day out, as well as, every 5th day go out there, and he's going to give the Cubs the best opportunity to win and go out there and win the ball game. So expect Shota Imanaga to bounce back next game he pitches. So don't worry about him. He's perfectly fine. Just to recap the game, the Cubs record stands at 9-6 at the moment. Yes, 9-6. The Cubs still have first place in the NL Central. If the Brewers win today, we'll only be half a game up in the standings. So the Cubs need to get after the Dodgers in the upcoming series. Hopefully we could win and keep this win streak going on the series against the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been losing some games, so hopefully the Cubs are catching them at the right moment. Blake Snell is injured, so like I said, the Cubs could be off the hook for at least a pitching matchup against Blake Snell. And everyone knows how good Blake Snell is. So let's just hope the Cubs come out firing on all cylinders against the Dodgers. We're going to need it. Let's take 2 out of 3 from them. Good guys up, baby. Good guys up. With all that being said, go Cubs. Always keep the faith. And I am the Cubby Perspective.